fit Dalia. All right. So, Algo and I are going to do a hips sequence for you guys to help hopefully release some stress that our current situation has brought for a lot of us. The yogis always say that hips carry a lot of stress. So, Algo's going to help me, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to sit. We're going to find our sit bones. Nicely pressing down into a mat or into a block or in a book or something like that, whatever you have. And we're going to just start with a breathing exercise. For our breathing exercise, we're going to do a balancing breath, a box breathing. So we breathe in for 4, we hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and then we are empty for 4. So we'll try it out to try to help balance a little bit as well. Okay, so we have our sit bones. We have the crown of our head pulling nice up towards the ceiling, nice long spine. Inhale, we'll bring our shoulders up. Exhale, down the back. And maybe we'll try to activate our bandhas as well. So our bandhas are muscle locks. We can hold our pelvic floor about 50 to 70%. Yeah, good job. And we'll hold our lower stomach muscles. We'll pull these into the midline. We'll scoop our belly button back and up. This is that zipper feeling you have from a lot of different types of exercise. So we'll check our posture, shoulders back, heart forward, long spine. Maybe we'll shut our eyes, or we'll find a drishti, a point where we stare to in front of us. And first we'll just find our breath, arrive on the mat, hold our bandhas, and then we'll do exhale. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to come back to our regular breathing. And we'll just become aware of how our breath might have changed before to after our breathing exercise. And we'll check whether we're still holding our bandhas, whether the crown of our head is still pulling nice and high, our shoulders are nicely back. And after we've done all these self-checks, we're going to inhale, we're going to bring our arms up, and exhale, we're going to come down forward. We're not going to come far here. It's not important how far we come. After we bring our hands down, we can slide them back even and bring them all the way back to our hips and just come forward with our heart. So we want a nice long spine here, a nice long spine. And we want to feel this in one of our hips. We'll feel it more in one hip than the other one, depending how we're sitting. I have one foot on top, but you might have one in front, depending on how your cross-legged position is. And we're just stretching here on the outside of the hip. For me right now, it's the right hip, but just for showing you around here on the outside of the hip. Inhale, we're coming back up. We're still thinking about those bandhas. We're switching our legs up. And then we'll inhale one more time up. And exhale, come forward down. Woo. And we'll slide our hands back again to our hips so that we can really focus on a long spine and not be trying to go down further. That's not so important. What's important is we have a long spine. Yeah? Nice long spine. Thinking about our bandhas. Thank you. Aber jetzt tun wir es nicht lesen, okay? Später. Später. Now we're going to come back up. Inhale. Bring our arms up, and we're going to start with a gentle twist. We're going to twist to the right. I'm going to bring my left hand to my left knee because of the belly, but you can bring it over and twist fully. Your bandas will help you in the twist. Every time we inhale, we're coming a little bit further towards the ceiling with the crown of our head. And every time we exhale, we're twisting a little deeper. Inhale up and exhale deeper. Every time going a little bit deeper. And you can really, really use your hands here against your knee and pull and really activate those bandas to get you further into the twist. Like I said, for me, I have to make sure my belly button stays pointing forward, so I'm doing more here in an upper twist. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale in the other direction or twist. Again, I'm here on the outside knee, but you can definitely go inside. Inhaling, crown of your head gets closer to the ceiling every time we move, every time we breathe. And exhale further into the twist with our bandas. We have strong bandas to help us get into the twist. These are micro movements with every breath. Shoulders stay nice and down, away from our ears. And inhale, back to center. We're going to bring our arms forward in front of us, and we're going to roll over our knees and come into our cat-cow. You want to do cat-cow with me? Yeah? Oh, you want to ride? Okay, hold on. First, we're going to go down into a quick child's pose to get elbow. All right, so we're going to come into our cat-cow. We're going to keep our hands directly beneath our shoulders and our fingers as wide as possible. Our middle finger shows directly to the front, so not to the sides, and your inner elbows are looking towards each other and slightly bent to protect your joints. Inhale, we're going to look up, arch our back so that our pelvis is tilting backwards, and then exhale, bring chin to chest, round our back up for our cat. Excuse me. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Really doing some nice pelvic tilts with this. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Are we gonna do two? Okay, we'll do for Agogo. Moo. Very good. We're still gonna think about those bandas. We're gonna set up our feet. Translating from German here. We're going to put our feet back, and we're going to bring our weight back, and then we're going to extend our legs and come into a downward dog. Our feet are roughly hip width, or maybe even wider. We might bend our knees a little bit to get our back a little longer. I'm noticing, especially now, this is really important for me. And we're going to maybe just pedal our feet a little bit for our first downward dog. Nicely stretching out those legs. Maybe we'll move our hips left and right a little. Yeah, a little elbow. Or maybe bring our weight forward and backward. Good job, Augu. That's a good downward dog. Forward and backward. Whatever feels good for you. Just adding some movement. Again, your feet can really be hip width. I gotta go a bit wider here for my belly. Inhale, we're gonna look to our hands, bend our knees, and exhale. We're gonna come a few steps forward, however many it takes. Doesn't matter. Again, hip width or wider. I gotta go a bit wider. And we're just gonna come, inhale, halfway up. Long back, long spine. Crown is pulling forward. We're pushing back through our tailbone. Exhale all the way down. Slightly bent knees the whole time. Inhale up. And exhale through the heart center. You ready, Algo? We're going to do our hip sequence. Are you going to help Mama? Yeah? Okay, we're going to meet in our mountain pose at the front of our mat. For our mountain pose, we're going to have our feet directly beneath our hips. We'll be slightly turned in on our toes and tilt our pelvis slightly forward so that we can really engage those bandhas nicely. We're going to start at the front of our mat. And we're going to start just like we just came up, we're going to go down. So we'll inhale up. Exhale, flat back down until you can't go any further with this flat back. Then we do a rounded back down. Rounded back down. Inhale, we're going to come to our halfway lift. Long spine, heart forward, shoulders back. Always slightly bent knees to protect our lower back. Exhale all the way down. And now we're going to bring our left foot back. And we're going to bring our hands to the inside. So I'm going to bring my right foot out a little bit further, all the way to the edge of my mat. But this depends on how much space you need for your upper body. So my order right now is left hand, right foot. And I want to have my middle fingers in line with my big toe. Okay, we're going to look forward. Ooh, bring our heart forward. And really let our hips drop. If this is too much on the foot, you can always bring your knee down. You get the same amount of hip opening here. Especially if you have a rider on your back. Yeah. So we're just going to take a couple breaths here. Opening up those hips. And really letting gravity or Algo open our hips for us. Okay, we're going to try to leave our hands exactly where they are, and we're going to exhale, bring our elbows down to the mat. You don't have to reach the mat here, and you might want to bring that right foot a bit further. We don't want to bring our hands forward. We want to leave them right where they are. Thinking about your bandha still. Inhale, we'll come back up and we'll bring our right hand with us on that inhale. So do a nice twist here. Right hand up to the ceiling. Thinking about our bandha still. Again, you might be on the knee back here. You might also be on the foot. Either one is totally fine. Exhale, bringing that right arm back down. And we're going to bring our left hand now up. Twist in the other direction. This is an open twist now. And the whole time we're doing these twists, we're opening our hips nicely. Just through gravity. Very good. Exhale, coming back down. And we're going to bring our left foot either in a couple steps or one big step. So left foot comes forward. Nice wide stance here. We're going to bring our toes out and our heels in. And we're going to sit back down into our Buddha or our yogic squat. So here is what we're looking like from the front. Very good for our pelvic floor as well, and also for opening our hips. We can really use our elbows to open up here. And we're going to try to do 10 squats. Okay, so we'll go up. We always say this is like a rocket. We're going to rock it up 10 times, inhaling up and exhaling, coming back down. Now, you want to help Mama? No? Okay. No. All right. So, ready? Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. At any point, we can just stay down and just breathe in that Buddha and that yogic squat. That's also perfectly fine. Very good for your hips. Exhale down. We got 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then we come back up. And exhale. Nice wide the arms. Toe heel our feet back together. And come back to our mountain pose at the front of our mat. Now we got to the other side. All right.
Wonderful.
Other side, yeah. Other side.
Wonderful.
Wonderful? Yes, it's wonderful. Very wonderful. Okay, so we're going to take a moment to just check our mountain pose. We have our feet directly beneath our hips. Inhale, we'll bring our shoulders up. Exhale, down the back. Crown of our head is up to the ceiling. We're pushing our feet down. And we're just going to close our eyes for a moment.
Feet. Feet.
Yeah.
Feet.
And we're going to move a little bit back and forth, left and right, until we find that our feet are nicely balanced. So we have equal pressure between both feet
Whoa.
and equal pressure within our feet. Okay? So we're going to find our nice mountain pose, and once we arrive there, we're going to inhale up, exhale, flat back down, and then to rounded. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale all the way down. We're going to bring this time, our right foot back. And we have our left foot this time, then left hand, and then right hand. We're going to inhale, look to the front, and let gravity open our hips for us. We have one line with our middle fingers and big toe. Again. Letting gravity open for us, our hips. We're also checking here, our knee can never be further forward than our ankle here. That's important so that we don't injure ourselves. We're still thinking about those bandhas. And exhale, bring those elbows down direction mat. Maybe we arrive there, maybe we don't. Wherever we arrive is perfectly fine. We can also anytime lower that back knee. Thinking about the bandhas. Inhale, we're going to come back up and lift. This time our left. Oh. Okay, Jaboosies. We're just not going to. We're just going to be done. Okay, Algo took the phone, so we're going to start again where we left off. Okay, so we were inhaling up. Inhale with our left hand up. Coming into our twist again. Either your knee is down or up. It doesn't matter. Your hips are still opening. Remember, yoga is not a competition. Not even with yourself. Exhale. We're coming back down. We got a new helper. You can come on my back, Wolf. Come on Mom's back. Can you climb up?
Yep.
Okay, hold on around my neck. All right, and then we're going to hold on tight, okay, because Mama's going to twist. We're going to inhale, bringing our right arm up this time. And for this, we're really going to push our shoulder into our knee and our knee into our shoulder. Nice, strong arms, strong leg. You should almost be able to, if you push hard enough, lift that left hand up.
Okay.
You're strong, Wolf. You're holding on real well. Nice open twist here. Exhale, coming back down, still thinking about our bandhas. Whew, yeah. And again, this time, maybe a couple steps forward to our yogic squat. Okay, Wolf, we gotta put both your legs around. There we go. All right, so again, in our yogic squat, we have our toes out and our heels in. We bring our hands in front of our heart center and we push out on our knees. How many can we do, Wolf?
5.
5? I thought so too. I thought 5 would be good. All right, Wolf, really good. Really good. Hold on, okay? We're going to do our rocket up. Inhale up, exhale down. 5 times this time. Think about your pelvic floor. Think about your bandhas. Inhale up. Whew. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Is that good for you, Wolf? Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Yeah. Exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. And one last time to get back up. Inhale up. And exhale down. Okay. Very good. So we're going to try to do the same thing. One breath, one movement, each side. Maybe we'll make it twice. We'll try for twice. All right, Wolf. You're going to have to hold on really well because Mama's going to go down. All right? Okay, we'll start with our mountain pose. Our feet are beneath our hips. We find balance between our feet and within each foot. Wolf, you're squishing Mama's throat. Thank you. And just take a couple moments. Find an even, steady breath. We want our inhales as long as our exhales. Shoulders are down and back. We have our pelvis tilted slightly forward so we can nicely feel our bandhas. Feet are pushing into the mat. Crown of the head up to the ceiling. Okay, Wolf, you gotta hold on again. Are you ready? We're gonna inhale up. Exhale, flat back down, slightly bent knees to protect your back. And then round it back. Scared to drop you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. We'll bring our left foot back. Come into our lunge. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, elbows towards the ground. Inhale, we're going to bring our right arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, our left arm up. Oh, jeez. Exhale, down. Inhale, we're going to, hold on 1 second, Wolf, 1 second. I'll grab you in a second, okay? Wolf, you got to get down for a second. Wolf, you got okay. Get down for a second, please. Wolf. Thank you. We're going to inhale, bring our left leg forward. Exhale, we'll sit back. Now you can climb on Mama's back. And we're just going to come up one time for one breath, one movement. Inhale up. And exhale, stand. Very good. Now we'll try the other side. Grab a nice mountain pose again. Thinking about our bandhas. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, flat back, then round it down. Inhale, halfway lift. I should be going further down, but scared to drop, Wolf. Exhale, down. This time we're going to bring our left foot. No, we just did left foot, didn't we? All right, foot back. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, elbows toward the mat. Inhale, left arm up. Hold on. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sit down into our squat. Wait for your child to climb up on your back. And then we'll inhale up. Exhale, stand. Very good. So that was once each side. And now we'll do one more each side. One breath, one movement. Coming back into our mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, flat back down. Then rounded. And slightly bent knees the whole time. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine. Exhale, down. Left foot back. Inhale. Heart forward. Exhale. Down down to our elbows. Inhale, right arm comes up. Ouch.
Sorry.
Exhale down. Inhale, left comes up. Remember that shoulder and knee are pushing into each other. Exhale down. You gotta hold on, Wolf. Inhale forward.
Mama.
Yeah, Mama said hold on. Exhale down to your squat. Now you can climb up again. You can climb up. Okay, you're gonna fall though. Inhale up. And exhale, stand.
Yes, I
And now, one more time, the last side. Inhale up. Exhale, flat back, then round it down. Slightly bent knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that. Exhale down. Right foot comes back. Now you can climb up, Wolf. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, elbows come down. Inhale, coming up. Left arm up. And exhale down. Inhale, right arm up, pushing shoulder and knee against each other. Exhale down. Inhale, we're going to bring our right foot up. Exhale, sitting back into our squat. And inhale, bandas up. Exhale to stand. Whew. Very good. We're going to move our hips a little bit. Whew.
Now let's
Very
go
nice.
outside to Mama and Daddy.
You want to go to Papa?
Can you make me on your shoulders?
No, Mama's going to do another pose where I'm laying down. You can go on Mama's back, though, if you want. Okay. We'll meet back at the front in our mountain pose. And we're going to come back down to a downward dog. And we're going to do this coming through our halfway down and up, halfway lift sequence. All right, Wolf. You want to go down for a second? We're going to inhale up. Exhale through the heart, coming down, slightly bent knees, flat back, and then rounded. We're going to inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale down. We're going to take a couple steps backwards until we reach our downward facing dog. And maybe feel the difference from the first
Can
one.
I go on your butt?
No, Wolf, I think you'll fall.
No.
Do this downward dog. We'll just stay here a couple moments. Just enjoying that stretch.
He's gonna go up there.
In 1 second, you can come on Mama's back, okay? And then we'll just lift, inhale our right foot up, and exhale. Bring our weight forward. Bring our knee, our right knee, to our right hand, and stretch our left leg behind us. So we're gonna check here that our left leg is in line with the mat, and our right thigh as well. And then we can try to bring our right foot slowly inching a little bit more forward, but we want to make sure that our right hip stays back and our left hip forward, so we're really on our hip here and not like turning out to the side and down, because that will not help stretch our hip. We want to be nicely on our hip. Inhale, we're going to look up, maybe bring our arms up, and exhale, come down. I'm going to make a little pillow for my forehead out of my fists.
I'll get a pillow.
Thanks, Wolf. Or you can use your hands or all the way down to the mat, depending. Thank you, Wolf. That's so nice of you. Depending on how far down you can go, or whatever's comfortable for you. And we're just going to let gravity open our hips. I'd say it's a good idea now to pause the video. We should really be staying in this pose a lot longer. This is our half pigeon. But because of kitties, I'm going to keep going. But otherwise, please do really pause. When we're ready to come out, we're going to put our hands underneath our shoulders. And we're going to use the strength in our arms. And we're going to put our back foot back up. You can hold on, Wolf, if you want, but you got to hold on really well, okay? Now vi en hocksack. Ja, und dann die Beinchen rechts und links. Beinchen rechts und links. Yeah, genau. And hold on around Mama's neck. Okay, so we're going to use the strength in our arms, and with our randas, we're going to come back to our downward facing dog. Hold on there, Wolf. Good, hold on. We're going to lift. My downward dog probably looks horrible right now. We're going to lift our left leg back up. Bring our weight forward. Bring our left knee to our left hand. We're going to extend our right leg back. We're going to check again. We have one nice line here and a nice line here. With both legs, we're going to slowly bring that left foot a little bit forward, but we're going to check again that our alignment is good. So we have our pulling our right hip forward and our left back. So really left back, right forward, so they're nicely on our hips, and like I said, not falling out to the side here. Inhale up and exhale, making a nice pillow. We want to have pressure on our forehead for this pose, and so that's why it's important to have your forehead
Let's go
reach
back to our
somewhere.
dog.
We'll go back down to the downward dog in a moment. And again, I'm going to say, please feel free to pause here. We should really be a good 1 or 2 minutes at least in this pose, if not more, depending on our own personal level of patience. But this is great for opening our hips. If you don't notice. I'm sure you do. All right, so we're going to, after we're done pausing, and when we're ready to come out of the pose, we'll bring our hands underneath our shoulders. And again, nice strong arms here, really thinking about your bandhas. We're going to take our back foot and set it up on our toes. Wolf, you got to come up a little higher. You got to hold on over mom's neck. Yeah. Ganz gut. Ganz gut festhalten, okay? We have strong arms, strong bandhas. We're going to come back to the downward dog. My butt, I don't know if you can, Wolf. You can try. You gotta push back. Push back further. Maybe turn around. And we're gonna take some moments in downward dog and just walk out our dog. We'll move our hips left and right. Is that good, Wolf? All right. And we'll move our hips left and right. We'll, again, pedal out our feet a bit. Oh, that is actually really nice, Wolf. That feels good on my back. And really, really nice long back. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit to get my back a little longer, especially now. I seem to really require that. Give Wolf a little ride on my butt. Moving back and forth. Very good. Now, instead of coming forward, we're just going to bring our hands back and we're going to bring our hips down. Very good. Come back in that yogic squat. Woo! Careful, Wolf, we're going to fall. Coming back. Very good. Okay, and we're just going to bring our hands behind us and carefully sit down. We'll bring our feet into our butterfly position. I'm going to turn so we can see better. You want to go on Mama's shoulders? On Mama's back?
Shoulders.
Shoulders. Okay, let's see if we can. You said shoulders earlier, right? Cool. I'm getting a little sweaty.
Me too.
You too? Yeah, you're working hard too. Okay. So we're going to go in our butterfly here. And we're just going to bring our hands to our feet. And we're going to take our thumbs. And we'll put them inside our feet and our fingers outside. Open up our feet like we would a book. So the small toes together, the big toes apart. And we'll have our feet nice against our pelvis, or as close as we can get. And we'll just have a nice long back. Okay, Wolf, Mama's going to bend down forward, okay? You're going to have to hold on, or you can sit on Mama's back. Inhale up. And exhale, coming forward with a flat back. Wolf, it's going to break. It's going to break. They're not stable enough for that. Wolf's climbing in cardboard boxes. Careful. I don't want you to fall, okay? Be careful. Nice long back here. Okay, I guess you're right. Good. That makes me more happy. Mama can be wrong too sometimes. And then we'll come into a rounded back all the way down. Nicely opening our hips here on the inside of our hips. Inhale, coming back up. And we'll move our shoulders a little bit. Very good. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple more moves seated, and then we'll come into our Shavasana. So we're going to do what's called a figure four. We're going to extend our left leg, bring our right leg over top. We're going to bring it up onto our thigh, and if possible, we're going to try to move our foot so it's not on our thigh, but actually over. And then we'll bring our left leg up, hold either behind our knee or in front and coming through that hole here. And flexing our foot, nicely engaged. And staying nice and upright. We don't want to be falling back here. Nice and upright, shoulders back, long spine. And breathing, opening those hips. So it's good if we're warm now, when we open those hips up, so that we don't hurt ourselves. Okay, exhale back down. We're going to hold on to our knee and foot either with our hands or we'll lock them in our elbows. And we're going to just rock our baby. We're going to keep our left foot flexed towards our upper body and just rock our little baby leg. Very nice. So we should be feeling in our hip here that loosening up a little bit. And we'll just put our foot as close into our hip as possible. We'll hold it with our left hand and bring our right hand around back, and we'll try, if we can, to grab onto that left arm. Oh. Well, can you move that box because it's in the video, please? And then we'll really, we might be holding t-shirt here, that's also totally fine. We'll really inhale up and exhale, coming back down, forward. I can't go very far with my belly, but however far you come, that's totally fine. Whatever works for you. And again, you might be holding t-shirt here with your right hand. That's also completely fine. Whatever works for you. Inhale, come back up. We'll move our shoulders a little bit. And we'll bring our leg back down and move our hips a little bit left and right. Shake them out a little. And do the other side. Bring our left leg forward, up. And again, we try to move that foot over. And we'll hold behind our knee. And then maybe bringing in front. Wherever's comfortable for us in our figure 4. Very good. We'll flex this left foot. Keeping nice engaged. Thinking about our bandhas. Nice long spine. Wolf, that's dangerous.
Why?
Because you could fall off. The couch cushions aren't stable. They're not attached to the couch. That's how our couch is.
Why?
I don't know. That's how we got it. We'll straighten out our right foot again. We're going to flex that foot so it's nicely pulled towards our bodies. And we're going to hold our baby, our leg baby. And again, move it left and right. Oof, my belly's not letting me hold it anymore. My elbows. I have to hold it in my hands. Nicely stretch out our hip. Very good.
Is Big Dog okay?
Not right now. He's kind of calm. But in a second you can check because he likes to kick when we're doing our bridge pose, which we'll do next, okay? We'll hold. Bring our left foot as far into our hip as possible. Again, we'll hold with our right hand. Bring our left arm around. Try to grab onto our right arm. Inhale, looking up. And exhale. Coming down. Again, I'm not coming very far. It does not matter how far we come. Whatever works for you. Keeping that right foot nice and flexed. Thinking about your bandhas, nice long back. Inhale, coming back up. Okay, well, if you can climb on Mama's back now to help me with our prep for turtle. We're not going to do full turtle, we're just going to do our prep. Okay, so we did our butterfly pose before we did the figure 4 sequence. And so now we're doing something similar, but instead of having our feet against our body, we're moving them nice and far away.
Go, Mama, my shirt.
And so now we're gonna. Well, shh, Mama wants to finish this up, okay? You can climb on Mama's back now. That'll help me, okay?
No.
So we can hold our feet here. We're gonna have a nice long back again. And we're gonna exhale, come down. We're gonna make sure that everything, so our elbows, everything comes inside, and it's inside of our legs here. We're gonna have a nice long back, and exhale down, coming into a rounded back all the way down. And again, like we did at the very beginning, we're stretching here more the outside of our hips, where the traditional butterfly is more the inside of our hips. Just a couple breaths here. Inhale, coming up. And then we're going to bring our hands behind our back. We're going to move our hips a bit forward. We're going to come down just on our elbows. We're going to bring our feet about hip width apart. And just windshield wiper our knees left down Inhale up, exhale right down. So just windshield wipering here. And this way we can massage our hips against the mat or floor, wherever we are. Always just inhaling up and exhaling down. Thinking about our bandha still. Very good. Okay, whenever we feel our hips are nicely massaged, and feel free to pause again here, we'll come back down, all the way down onto the mat. We're going to bring our feet nicely against our body, and we're going to do some pelvic tilts, and then we'll do a couple bridge and come into Shavasana. So for our pelvic tilts, we're just going to make sure that our hands are on our hips so we feel what we're doing because they're such small movements. We're thinking about our bandhas, really holding our pelvic floor. We're tilting up, pushing our back into the mat, and exhale, tilting down, letting our back come up as it naturally would. So you can see here, there's a little space, but not like pushing it up extra. So tilting up the pelvis and down. Thinking about the bandhas. Always inhaling up, tilt. Exhale, down, tilt. Very good. So again, feel free to pause here and do a couple more of those. They're really great for your lower back if you have problems there. And we're going to go a little further. We're going to bring our hands right and left next to our hips. And next time that we tilt up, we're going to bring our spine off the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring our hips up. And exhale right back down. And the last thing that happens is our pelvis tilts back. So we always inhale, tilt first, and then bring up. And exhale, vertebrae for vertebrae back down. And the last thing we do is tilt back. Just do a couple more of those. Coming up however far you want to, whatever works for you today. I'm not coming quite as far as I'm used to, but that's okay. We listen to our bodies. Wherever they're at today, and that's different every hour, every moment. Whatever works for us. And we'll meet back at the bottom, pull our knees into our chest, rock a little bit left and right. Maybe make small circles with our knees. And when we're ready, we'll stretch out our legs. Let our feet fall left and right as they normally would. We'll move our hands so they're slightly away from our body and turned up towards the ceiling. And let go of our bandhas. Breathe however we naturally would. And we're just focusing on our breathing now. All other thoughts flow by us like water in a stream. And we just stay and breathe. So you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. For the purpose of the video, though, we're going to be done here. We're going to bring awareness back to our body, moving our fingers and toes, circling our ankles and our wrists, and turning onto our right side. We'll make a pillow out of our head, forearm, pull our knees slightly towards our chest. And just hold these last moments for ourselves. Thank our body, what it's done for us today. And then with a strength in our arms, we're going to come up to seated. We're going to bring our hands together in front of our third eye. Namaste. Thank you. And hopefully it was nice and relaxing and also refreshing.